What's up guys, welcome back to a new Patreon Q&A video. As always, all these questions come from the mad lads who support the channel via the Patreon. If you want to do the same and receive various other benefits, make sure to check it out, linked in the description. I also got 5 questions from a community post I put up, so stay tuned for those in the future. But now, subscribe, leave a like, let's begin. I think they did fairly decent regarding Faye's character. My biggest issue is actually killing him off, because the Tiger Vessel, which ended up being Faye, was kinda hyped up ever since the end of Ashura. So like 100 plus chapters hyping up one character to get a pretty badass fight and his overall ability to be, as expected, an absolute monster. But just killing him off like that was, a feels bad and kinda left a sour feeling, to be honest. Who wins a Russian slap contest? Doyle from Baki or Hatsumi-sen? So Doyle is kinda an absolute insane mad lad who would survive all these crazy injuries and just keep on grinding. Like, my man was blinded, so he decided to just deafen himself for the lols. So the, willingness to keep on going probably goes to Doyle, and Hatsumi-sen, after taking a few hits, would probably just like, nope, give up and run away. So Doyle will probably win this one. My first fighting anime was probably Dragon Ball, I believe. And yes, I've watched most of the Yu-Gi-Oh anime. I've seen all of the original Duel Monsters, most of GX. I haven't really watched any of 5D. I watched most of Zexal and I haven't seen any of the others. And yes, I did play Yu-Gi-Oh a lot when I was younger, and now I've recently got into playing the mobile game Duel Links. And if you want to add me, my ID is on screen here. I normally stream it on the second channel waiting for the new Kengan Mega chapters. So yeah, pretty cool. My favourite Pokemon would probably have to be Licky Licky, and for one major reason. My boy do be quite thick. Do I think Kuroki Gensai has gotten stronger since Ashura? So as he pointed out in one of the final chapters, he does talk about still being green, so implying he can still get stronger. So with that statement alone, you would think he would have gotten stronger. But my view on Kuroki is that he's pretty much at the ending portion of his prime. So his improvements may still occur, but it won't be so drastic compared to many other characters like Oma or Kano, for an example. He also spent a decently large portion of the time skip training the likes of Rito. It wasn't the whole time, but still that would have taken away from his own training most definitely. But has Kuroki Gensai improved? Yes, but not to an insane degree. He's most likely still on par with the likes of the top of the verse, which is like Kano, Yito, soon to be Oma, and probably Lolong as well. But thinking about his actual improvement, I don't think he'll have any new ability or developing his foresight or pre-initiative anymore. It's just going to be overall knowledge and experience improvement. No major, huge leap in power thanks to one new thing. No, I haven't really watched too much of Digimon, only a few episodes throughout my life. I've seen 1 or 2 episodes multiple times. I believe I have them on DVD or something like that. I do vibe with the opening though, so yeah, Digimon do be kinda fire regarding that. How strong do I think Prime Bang was from One Punch Man? So if I had to make a comparison, we're soon going to have Garo defeat Bang in the One Punch Man manga. The Garo that evolves past current Bang's power will probably be the level where Prime Bang was. And I do get the sense that Bang will say something along the lines of, "You surpassed my prime," or something like that. So yeah, I do think we'll have to gauge the Garo that defeats current Bang to Prime Bang for a understanding. And of course that means Prime Bang would be a top tier absolute monster. High School DxD versus High School the Dead, which is better? Probably High School DxD because, multiple seasons and, the plot throughout the story is probably better in my opinion. So of course High School DxD will do that clapping real quick. What type of martial art would I like to see in Kengan? Probably a system art. It was kind of hinted at. I believe Kano Gito pulled together something that looks similar to a system art back in his Galang fight. But a Russian fighter using this would be pretty cool to see at some point. What's a wild animal you think you can take in a fight? You get a Bowie knife in this fight. Maybe a wolf, but I'm not too sure how fast wolves are. Maybe they could blitz me or something. I couldn't even react with the Bowie knife. But even if they do get on me, I could just stab them after that. So maybe a wolf could be, manageable. Is Mutaba still a top tier Kengan fighter after being rolled by the Tiger Nico? So that is a interesting question. It could be just that the Tiger Nico is an absolute monster in his own regard and could be the strongest character in the verse, meaning he could have done a similar thing to any character around Mutaba's level if he wanted to. I would still say Mutaba is a high level fighter in the Kengan verse, has very OP abilities that can one-shot really anyone, is one of the most adaptable fighters, one of the most knowledgeable, and overall one of the most dangerous fighters to come into contact with. It's like he faced the main villain of pretty much the whole series, the Tiger Nico, with Kengan not really having too many villains per se, but I think a lot of people can agree that this Tiger Nico is in fact a villain. If I could have one secret technique that has one side effect, what would your technique be? It would be penis enlargement secret move of the mysterious weeb style, and the side effect is being an absolute beast. So regarding this question, Galang, with the new information that he can counter pre-initiative from probably the fastest or second fastest movement speed wise character in the series, Galang probably has better matchups against other characters. So for example, Galang performs better, but again, Waka is such a unique and dangerous character considering he can change the tides of the fight with a single blow and his durability being absolutely broken. But as a whole, I do think Galang, current Galang, is a better fighter than Waka and probably does better in certain matchups or as a whole regarding matchups, but again, Waka is still very dangerous. Who was the best character, most underrated character, and most powerful character? And why are they all Julius? So apart from the obvious choice of Julius, the second best character is Kure Ryan, the second most underrated character is Karo, and the second most powerful character is Kano Agito. If I had to guess, I think someone is more likely to die in fighting against a worm member when the whole invasion or in worm sanity occurs after Lolong vs Oma. Whether it will be a major character or someone's side that's not that relevant or one of the older characters is unknown, but I don't think, for example, Lolong or Oma are going to die in their match. I think something regarding the worms is going to cause a death. Will you ever consider Okubo as one of the best fighters? You tend to give the man disrespect. So I can happily say he's a strong fighter, he's a high tier fighter. He's, not top tier, he still gets rolled by like, 15 characters, but still, he's quite strong, just he's not, at the top. Well, considering a lot of the Kure techniques are pretty much designed for the purpose of killing, I believe he has learned killing techniques. Whether or not he will use them for the purpose of killing is probably unlikely due to, the lessons from Nico and everything like that, but I do think he knows of them, and if is pushed or is required, will end up using a killing technique to actually kill someone. And now the final question for today's video, me versus 110-year-olds all at the same time. So as everyone knows, I'm currently built like Julius, so 110-year-olds, I'll just be able to run through them all and clap like 80 of them in an instant, and then the last 20 will just be, easy one tap. So yeah, I think I can take on 110-year-olds all at the same time. Relatively low diff considering my, current beastly build. So yeah, that's everything for today's Q&A video. Hope you enjoyed. Join the Discord, follow the Twitter, and shout out to the people who support the channel via the Patreon. But yep, that's it guys. Peace.